All right, so yesterday I put out this tweet right here saying if you keep missing fair value gaps and never get that retracement, you could always just market buy the candle 3 closure. So I'm going to show you an exact example of doing that because there was some confusion on that. So let's take a look. So this is this morning's trade on the NASDAQ, and this was a scalp style trade where I'm just looking for a reaction after a major liquidity sweep, right? So there's my entry. There's my impulse shift entry function. And when I'm talking about candle 3, which some people weren't aware, what is candle 3? Well, we have to remember what creates a fair value gap. 3 candles, where candle 1, so I'll point at it right here, is this candle right here. Candle 2 is this expansion phase candle. Keep in mind, candle 2 will always be an expansion phase candle because that's a displacement. You can't have a fair value gap without displacement. And then this is candle 3 right here. It's the candle that closes last and actually forms that fair value gap. When I'm talking about market buying candle 3 closure, I'm talking about this one right here because the retracement isn't always guaranteed as seen right here. We had our impulse shift, we had our fair value gap. We could have just put our limit right here, which is still fine. I'm not saying that's wrong, but there's pros and cons to everything. And a con of having your limit always at the fair value gap is that you might miss a few setups. But there's also pros to that because you now have better RR and you don't have to target as far. Whereas a pro of buying the candle 3 closure is that you're not going to miss any setups, but a con is that you may have worse RR in the sense that you're going to have to target a little further. All right, I'm actually having a little boomer moment here and I don't know why my camera is super zoomed in. But as I was saying, if your RR is like ridiculously away, like for example, above this 15-minute fair value gap that we see right here, or if it's ways away above a liquidity pool, then in that case, it's not worth just market buying, right? You have to make sure that the RR is still sensible and just not something completely ridiculous. But if the RR makes sense, consider market buying if you've been missing a lot of your entries. Anyways, hope that helped. Follow for more daily tips like this.